And now in our exploration of Latin America in the past a little bit over a year, we have seen a big transition now that everybody seems to be talking about that they are impact investors. I don't know what has happened. Has it been that in a way that they have been the traditional VCs in the region have been returning worse to their LPs than expected? And now, in order to keep their jobs, everybody's transitioning to become an impact fund. So, in this sense, I think it's going to be super cool to talk to you on this matter. Is that what do you see as impact overall? Because now it's all around the world. It's overhyped. It creates crazy amounts of confusion. And now all the LPs that we're looking and talking to who are investing in the fund managers of Latin America, they are also confused that how do people differentiate? Everybody is coming with the narrative, oh, hey, we're generating the positive impact. So I think that this would be a natural starting point to go into this question to you is that what is impact for you and you are utilizing financial vehicles to generate impact and what that is in the region. If Anna, if you would be able to start a little bit and then we go for Justin. So what is impact for you?
Yeah. So, I mean, great question. And I think that, what is impact is something that is very personal. And so when people are looking at, generating impact, they need to think, okay, what is that impact they want to generate? Because any investment has impact. It might be positive or negative. So at the fund that I started is called Amplfica. So in our, have our first fund, and for us at Amplfica, our primary impact is gender. So what we're looking to do is to increase the participation of women in venture capital in Latin America, both as investors and as entrepreneurs, people that we finance. And that's what's our main driver. Beyond that, we do analyze the impact that each of our portfolio company has, and we looked that they be, aligned with the sustainable development goals. And we also use methodology from the impact management project to analyze impact. But our primary impact is, increase the participation of women. And what we are looking to, and our message is that we don't see returns and impact as being trade-offs. We look to, as our businesses grow and they produce better financial returns, their impact will also increase. And so I found that really interesting, the comment you made, Eric, that you're seeing, in Latin America, everyone call themselves impact funds. And is that because, they didn't return, good enough returns? And so that they're now saying, okay, we'll call ourselves an impact fund. I don't see that trend. I've actually seen it, the other way around. Some funds that
Hmm.
started off as impact funds and couldn't, generate the return that they and their investors were expecting, and so tried to, pivot to be more mainstream. Um, there's a lot of controversy around, what is impact, the wording around that. So it's great that you're using this call to dig in more to that.
Adding on to what Hannah was saying, uh, maybe starting with what's going on in the ecosystem. And I definitely agree with you, Eric, that you're hearing the word impact a lot more from all different types of investors. And I don't think anything's actually changed. I think what's changed is it's a narrative change in how investors are choosing to describe what they're doing. So if you look at the reality of the Latin America startup and venture capital market, uh, there's a lot of impact inherent to the problems being solved. In the end, entrepreneurs are solving problems, and a lot of the large problems that exist in Latin America are problems of basic services and access to finance and things like that. You look at the top sectors that receive investment in Latin America. FinTech, financial inclusion, is a huge theme and a huge need in Latin America. Health tech is one of the top sectors. Climate tech and ag tech are two of the fastest growing sectors, which inherently also generate impact. And so the reality of what the problems the Latin American startups are solving is impactful. We could probably have a separate debate whether what venture capital is funding in the U.S. and AI and what the impact is of that, and that's less relevant. But the middle class and the problems of the base of the pyramid are what a lot of startups in Latin America are solving. So I think what's happening is that traditional venture capital investors are starting to adopt some of the narrative of impact, not necessarily changing what they're doing. I think that's positive that
Mhm.
we're all realizing that there's impact in the ecosystem. Specifically for us, so I'm managing partner of IMPAQTO Capital, together with my partner Michelle Carpenter. We co-founded IMPAQTO Capital. We're an impact fund, and we have a specific definition of impact. And as Anna said, there's a lot of different definitions of impact. We're looking for companies that are benefiting vulnerable communities in some way through their business models. And that's kind of on the social impact side. Most of the time, vulnerable communities mean base of the pyramid populations, but it could be other vulnerable communities. And then we also include environmental impact as one of the impacts that we're looking for, and that's companies that are solving climate change or contributing to avoiding climate problems and other things like that. And so that's where we're particularly focused in this impact world.